I think it's going to resemble a little bit more of last year's offense, right? We're going to stretch it out a little bit, and then it'll just depend on how we sort of do in the red zone. But,
JP brought up that nugget of the stat that in terms of average yards per pass, McCoy's 2 yards more than Alex Smith. Doesn't seem like much, but over the course of a game, it adds up.
Yeah. Let's go to Willie, DC. Willie, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good morning. I'm wondering about Quentin Dunbar. Is he in for the game? Because he's just a one-on-one guy that can just he doesn't need help. I think we have Zeke's number as long as we don't have to, use cornerbacks and such to cover the line.
As for Dunbar, it's an unknown. He has a nerve issue. They don't know when he's going to be ready. They don't trust him, I think, on the field when he doesn't have. I would assume he doesn't feel when I hear nerve, it means he almost lost feeling.
Well,
right?
It also is painful. Nerve issues are painful. Yeah.
So until they trust him to be able to run with opposing wide receivers, they're not going to put him on the field.
Right. Hey, what happened to that rookie that we drafted as quarterback? I mean, he's had a preseason of practice. He knows the playbook. Was he really that much worse than Sanchez?
You're talking about Kevin Hogan. It wasn't a rookie.
They traded him to the Broncos.
Rookie. They traded him. Yeah.
And he's now the backup.
Oh, he's signed.
He's the backup in Denver. You can't pluck him. You can pluck practice squad guys, but he's not a practice squad guy. He's active.
Trade deadline is passed. You can't make a trade for somebody. Got to pick up somebody on the free agent heap.
Look, I'm sure they did their due diligence, and it was leaked early on. A lot of times this is a relationship thing. They've worked with him before. Kavanaugh, Callahan, all those guys have worked with him before. Here's what it is. If it comes to Sanchez, we're doomed. If it comes to anybody's third quarterback, you're doomed.
How does it work for the guys? Supposedly 4 or 5 of these quarterbacks showed up to Redskins Park yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get paid, do they? To show up.
I'm not sure how that works.
For a tryout?
What do they do? Do they throw
for
15 minutes?
They might buy your plane ticket. They might buy your plane ticket.
I'm sure they buy the plane ticket, and then maybe they give you a Redskins beanie on the way out. Right. It's parting gift.
And is it the same crew of guys? Do you think you feel like Josh
They see
Johnson,
each other. They see each other every week.
Dap each
Dude,
other
they probably go out to Applebee's for drinks when they're done.
Right.
They know. They're on the outside looking in.
All right, good job, Mark.
Yeah. The next time somebody snaps their ankle, they'll all meet up at the Buffalo training
thing. And I always remind people of this. We goof on these guys like the Sanchez's and these guys that are on the outside
TJ
looking.
Yateses.
They're freak athletes.
Of course they all are.
Who've accomplished more than 99% of the people out there. 99.9% of the people out there in their respective field. They're just, there's about 20 guys that do this at a very, very good level, and there's a bunch of guys that are somewhat competent.
There's a bunch of graspers.
And then there's others that just aren't quite good enough to kind of hang on.
Yeah.
But they're still incredible freak athletes that would blow you away probably in a workout.
Well, it's such an important position.
Yeah.
And some people might quibble with what I'm about to say, but it's such an important position that a team like the Vikings will dump a boatload of money to a guy like Kirk Cousins who's not there yet. He's just not. He's not.
I think Kirk is who he is.
Kirk is he's a really.
But they gave probably too much money to a Kirk Cousins.
He's a really good quarterback, but he's not an elite level quarterback.
He's a very good quarterback
really
who will make mistakes.
I'd say for the most part he's really good. Now he'll have some duds like he did against the Bears, and that's a tough defense to try to pass the ball on. And we saw that on either Sunday night or Monday night. He'll have some duds, but he'll have some really good games.
And that's exactly why the Redskins didn't want to pay him.
Right.
It's exactly why. All right. But they gave Alex Smith, who's worse, almost the same amount. That's the thing, it's head-scratcher.
They're willing to give him a
but we didn't know he was
money.
that much worse, did we?
No, I actually
didn't think he was going to be that much worse.
If we were getting last year's version, it was an upgrade. Right. But we didn't get last year's version.
I thought they were going to run bootlegs and be able to hit guys on bootlegs.
It actually looks slower this year.
The pass to me, and I've harped on it now for 4 or 5 weeks, which was symptomatic of the Alex Smith era this season, was the rollout and the miss of Jeremy Sprinkle, who was wide open 10 yards in front of him. I don't know how he missed it.
Yeah.
Well, it's much like I know how Piggy missed the pass in the end zone because he's not a good thrower of the football. But you don't even have to be a good thrower of the football to hit Jones when he's wide open in the end zone.
Here's the thing. Piggy can throw you a silly tight spiral, and he can throw it 50 yards down the field.
Yeah.
He's just not accurate.
He's not accurate, and he doesn't have any touch.
Right, but he wasn't accurate.
Although if you look at Alex Smith's completion percentage throughout his career is not it's not particularly high. And he's a guy that throws short passes.
Well, it should be high.
Yeah, how do you have such a low percentage?
That's why Kirk Cousins' completion percentage is pretty high. He specializes in
those, like those
short
10-yard
to
outs.
medium range
yeah,
passing,
slants and all that.
Right.